We watch buyers overpay for hot SUVs, then brutal repairs turn painful. Today, we show 6 overlooked SUVs sitting too long, with proven powertrains and reliable miles. We name right years and simple checks that protect your wallet. We skip dealer noise, lean on proof, keep choices calmer, stick around. Number 1 looks thirsty, yet it is the longer bargain. Number 6. Honda Passport. This is one of the most reliable cars out there. But the Passport gets ignored because it lives in that weird middle lane. Not small enough for CR-V buyers, not big enough for Pilot shoppers, and buyers feel stuck between Pilot and CR-V. So the market calls it awkward and walks on. And that is exactly the reason why you should at least consider it. We like it because the setup is proven, a 3.5-liter V6 with a normal automatic, and it stays reliable when fluids are kept clean. Our sweet spot is 2022 through 2025 because the cabin got quieter, the tech got steadier, and the ride feels calmer. We treat 2019 and 2020 with caution, and we treat any fresh redesign with patience because first-year surprises get costly. Most of this run uses the 9-speed automatic, and the newer model year moves to a 10-speed, so we demand smooth low-speed shifts and honest throttle response. New money is starting around $44,950, and used prices land in the low 20s to low 30s today. Against a similar mile Pilot, you pay cheaper money for near the same space, which is a value win. For visuals, show the cargo floor, the rear opening, and the AWD mode dial, because this SUV is capable and comfort-focused. In the shop, the best Passport visits are boring, tires, and brakes, and that boredom is the reliable payoff. Do a cold start and listen for a warning rattle, then crawl a parking lot and feel for shutter shifts, because neglected fluid shows up fast. On the highway, it should track stable, and on a rough road, it should stay tight, with no front clunks or steering knock. Check tire edges for uneven wear, look for curb rash, and ask for proof on oil and diff service, because it avoids costly regret and keeps budgets secure. If this overlooked Honda fits you, the next SUV is skipped for a badge reason, yet it can feel premium and stay predictable. Number 5. Buick Envision. This car has almost everything. Envision gets passed over on the badge alone, and that blind spot is exactly why the deals show up. And buyers assume Buick equals boring, so they walk past a quiet bargain without even driving it. We like it because the daily hardware is simple. A 2.0 turbo inline-4 with a 9-speed automatic, and it can be reliable when you keep oil and coolant service consistent. The smart used buy is 2024 and newer, because the refresh brought a more modern cabin and steadier tech, while 2021 and 2022 deserve caution if records are thin. New money is starting around $38,000 before taxes and fees, and used prices can land in the low 20s to high 20s, which is a value gap. Against a similar mile CR-V or RAV4, the Buick can be cheaper with a nicer ride because the market rewards the popular names, not the comfort. The technical angle we show on camera is noise control. Close the doors, hit the highway, and you will feel how silent it can be compared to louder rivals. We had a customer swap from a harsh compact, and his words were comfort and calmer because the Buick stopped beating him up on commutes. Now the checks creep into a parking lot and watch for jerky shifts, because that is your warning sign before a costly fix. Roll into the throttle and listen for odd turbo whine, then check coolant level and smell for sweet leaks, because overheat events are wallet killers. Run every screen, camera, and sensor, and check for damp carpet, because moisture turns electronics expensive fast. Finish by reading tire wear and listening to sharp bumps, because bent wheels make steering feel wrong and tires get chewed. If you want a slow seller that still drives as it cares, the next SUV is the sharp handler that stays reliable on real roads. Number 4. Mazda CX-5. CX-5 gets undervalued because it looks familiar, even though it drives tighter and lasts longer than people expect. And this one looks familiar, so it gets punished in listings even though it is a smarter buy. We trust it for one main reason. The base setup is simple, a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter inline-4, with a traditional 6-speed automatic, and that combo stays reliable when you keep fluids clean. Our best bet is 2021 through 2024, because the cabin got quieter, the ride got calmer, and the small updates made it feel more solid. We treat older high-mile examples with caution, and we treat turbo trims with respect, because extra heat can make upkeep more costly. New money is starting around the low 30s, and used prices often land from the mid-teens into the low 20s, depending on miles and trim. Line it up with a similar mile RAV4 or CR-V, and the Mazda can be cheaper, yet it feels premium when you turn the wheel. The technical angle is handling. The CX-5 is sharp and steady, so we show a quick lane change and a smooth corner to prove it on camera. For visuals, show the seat bolsters, the simple knob controls, and the cargo opening, because this SUV sells comfort without shouting. We had a customer ditch a noisy crossover, test drive a CX-5, and say balanced and tight because it felt controlled at speed without paying Lexus money for the next 10 years. Now the checks. Read the tire wear across the tread because alignment matters quickly, and uneven edges turn into costly rubber. Cold start it, listen for rattles, drive rough pavement for suspension knocks, and brake from highway speed because vibration makes confidence shake. If this Mazda feels right, the next SUV is bigger and more confusing, yet it can be a value hero when you choose the right year. Subscribe for honest, calmer shopping. We compare prices, explain reliable powertrains, and show checklists so you skip costly repairs and keep your wallet secure today. Number 3. Buick Enclave. Enclave gets skipped by image shoppers even though it delivers bigger space and calmer miles for cheaper money. And trendier shoppers chase sexier names even when they need family space. We like it because the 3.6-liter V6 and 9-speed automatic combo is simple, stable, and built for longer miles. 2018 and 2019 are earlier builds, so we expect more technical quirks, and we price them cheaper. 2020 through 2023 feel more sorted and calmer, with cabins that stay silent on the freeway. Those later years feel more refined and stronger on resale, and updates keep it calmer. The trap is buying high miles with zero records, because tired suspension and overdue fluids turn into costly catch-up. New pricing for this class usually lands in the mid-40s, while clean used deals sit in the mid-20 to low 30 range, which is cheaper than a similar Pilot. We compare it to a Traverse or Highlander, and Enclave often wins on quieter ride and cheaper pricing. On camera, we show third-row access, the flat cargo floor, and a quick road noise test, because safety and comfort matter more than gadgets. We also show the seat slide and lift, because practical details beat flashy screens. For checks, we cold started, listen for rough idle, then creep in a lot to feel smooth shifts and stable steering. We listen for front-end clunks, and we watch tire edges for alignment, where that can turn a bargain into costly bills. We ask for service proof, because predictable upkeep keeps surprises smaller. We test front and rear, AC hard, run every screen and camera, and look underneath for seepage, because electrical and cooling problems get expensive. If you want quiet space without the trendy tax, the next SUV is skipped for a brand reason. Yet it is value that feels tougher than people expect. Number 2. Kia Sorento. Sorento sells slow because Telluride is trendier and the trim list looks confusing, so buyers panic and walk. We smile at that because the right Sorento is reliable, practical, and cheaper than the names people chase. For simple owners, we pick the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with the 8-speed automatic because it stays reliable, smooth, and avoids costly complexity. For commuters, the 1.6 turbo hybrid is the calmer choice, with better mileage and a steadier feel in stop-and-go traffic. Now the year split, 2021 and earlier can be solid, but we inspect harder because first-run bugs and wear show up. 2022 and newer feel more sorted and cleaner, with updated safety aids and fewer annoying glitches. The trap is the neglected family SUV with mismatched tires, because alignment and braking issues turn cheaper listings into expensive weekends. New pricing starts in the low 30,000s, but options climb quicker, so we shop used in the high teens to high 20s for the best value. We compare that to a Highlander or Pilot, and the comparison gap is shocking when the miles are close. What makes this Sorento different is the cabin layout and assists, so practical expectations stay realistic and calmer. On camera, we show third-row legroom, cargo behind the seat, and the fold mechanism because space and access decide whether it fits your life. For checks, we run the aircon, confirm it stays colder front and back, and listen for squeal. We drive slow first to feel smooth shifts, then we hit the highway to confirm straight tracking without vibration. We brake twice, scan every camera and sensor, and ask for service proof, because predictable care keeps it reliable. If this feels like a quiet win, number 1 looks thirstier and bigger, but the hardware is proven for longer ownership. Subscribe if this talk helps you guard cash from costly mistakes. We share reliable years and quick checks so you buy right and stop shopping. Number 1. Nissan Armada. Armada sits because it is bigger, thirstier, and old school. And most buyers think that means trouble. We see dealers discount them because families want a trendier crossover, and that means more repairs. Our angle is reliability, because it is body-on-frame hardware with cooling, and service keeps it happy. In the proven era, we get the 5.6-liter V8 with the 7-speed automatic, a simple setup that stays stable under load. We target 2019 through 2022 first, because they feel sorted and cleaner with nicer cabins. 2023 and 24 can also be great, but we inspect harder for towing, because skipped fluids get costly. If you shop older, 2017 and 18 are cheaper, yet we demand service proof and clean shifts. We treat any high-mile truck with no receipts as riskier, because cheap tires and bad alignment create vibration that never goes away. There is a newer generation with a twin-turbo V6, and the promise is quicker power. But first years need caution and patience. New full-size rigs start around $60,000, while used V8 Armadas often sit cheaper from the mid-20s thousands into the 40s. Against a Tahoe or Expedition, the savings can be shocking, and we tow, haul, and seat adults. For visuals, we show the frame rails, tow hitch, suspension, and the cargo behind the third row, because capacity is the point. Then we do the checks in order, and that sequence matters. We cold start it, listen for ticking, and wait a minute for the idle to go smooth and stable. We creep through a lot because jerky takeoff or harsh shifts are warning signs that get expensive fast. On the highway, we do 1 pull, 1 coast, and 1 lane change to feel for vibration and watch for wandering steering. We brake twice, light then firm, to confirm straight stops and to catch any shudder early. If it has 4-wheel drive, we engage it on a straight line and confirm it locks in, because a flashing light means failure and diagnosis. We crawl underneath to check corrosion at mounts, leaks at the driveline, and evidence of heavier towing. Finally, we negotiate like a shop, refuse junk add-ons, price tires and brakes, and offer based on realistic math. So, why pay more for a smaller, trendier SUV and then keep shopping, when a proven Armada can keep you finished for years? Wrap recap. Passport is for the guy who wants mid-size space, stronger comfort, and reliable miles without third-row drama. Envision is for the commuter who wants a quieter ride, a cleaner cabin, and cheaper value. CX-5 is for the daily driver who wants simple upkeep, smooth control, and no RAV4 tax. Enclave is for families who want bigger rooms, plush seats, and calmer trips on a budget. Sorento is for the 3-row shopper who wants smarter money, modern features, and a deal without hype or pain. Armada is for the long-haul owner who wants truck-based strength, proven hardware, and stable towing confidence. We buy the right years, choose simple powertrains, and demand a clean story with real records. Which one would you trust for 5 years, and what is your real budget? Click the video on your screen. These reliable deals vanish fast, and clean ones get rarer. Subscribe for smarter picks, cheaper buys, and quick checks before dealers flip prices.